Whoever closes his ear to the cry of the poor will himself call out and not be answered. Proverbs 21 verse 13 emphasizes the interconnectedness of our spiritual journey with our response to the needy. Avoidance of systemic poverty and environmental degradation not only exacerbates these issues, but also distances us from God. We are reminded of our collective responsibility to care for the least among us, embodying God's love and compassion. But woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Luke 6:24 warns of the woe that comes to those who find their consolation in riches. The barriers capitalism erects against equitable access to education, healthcare, and opportunity are not just societal challenges, they are spiritual blockades. Our mission is to dismantle these barriers, ensuring that God's blessings are accessible to all. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many pangs. 1 Timothy 6:10 cautions us against the love of money, a root of all kinds of evil. The pursuit of profit at all costs creates a dissonance with our ethical values of fairness and justice. Our faith calls us to seek a harmonious existence where wealth generation does not come at the expense of our spiritual integrity. Therefore, because you trample on the poor and you exact taxes of grain from him, you have built houses of hewn stone, but you shall not dwell in them. You have planted pleasant vineyards, but you shall not drink their wine. Amos 5:11-12 illustrates the consequences of neglecting the common good. The divergence from community well-being in favor of individual gain leads to social fragmentation. We are encouraged to cultivate a sense of community, ensuring that our economic activities contribute to the flourishing of all God's children. And he said to them, "Take care, and be on your guard against all covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." Luke 12:15 advises us against covetousness, highlighting the conflict between wealth accumulation and social equality. Our challenge is to navigate economic growth without widening the gap of inequality, aligning our pursuits with God's vision of justice and compassion. But if anyone has the world's goods and sees his brother in need, yet closes his heart against him, how does God's love abide in him? 1 John 3:17 challenges us to open our hearts to those in need. The rupture of social bonds in capitalism calls for a restoration of community, where individualism and competition are balanced with cooperation and mutual support. Our faith inspires us to rebuild the fabric of community, woven with threads of love and solidarity. And the merchants of the earth weep and mourn for her, since no one buys their cargo anymore. Cargo of gold, silver, jewels, pearls, fine linen, purple cloth, silk, scarlet cloth, all kinds of scented wood, all kinds of articles of ivory, all kinds of articles of costly wood, bronze, iron, and marble. Revelation 18:11-12 mourns the loss of commerce due to unsustainable practices. The potential collapse of environmental, economic, and social systems under capitalism serves as a warning. We are entrusted with the stewardship of God's creation, tasked with ensuring its sustainability for future generations.